Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today we are going to talk about skills that every single tech beginner and QA engineer needs, but often struggle with asking questions. Working in a robotech environment means communicating with teammates, developers, and managers from all over the world. But how do you ask questions naturally, politely, and professionally without feeling nervous? Let's dive in and find out. Today comes what you will learn. Ask for information and explanations. Ask for clarifications and follow-ups. Ask about tasks, requirements, and help. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to ask for information, request explanations, clarify requirements, and handle follow-up questions like a role. Remember, good questions help you understand the work better and build strong team collaboration. Yeah, this is a core message. Okay, strong one. Could you? A polite way to ask someone to do something. Examples: could you explain this requirement? Could you check these issues? Could you share the test data? Could you send me the latest bill? Buttons. Could you? Last word. A standard, high play way to ask someone to perform an action in the workplace. Instead of repeating their recommend, you use the pattern could you plus a word. Okay, chunk 2. Moving to chunk number 2, could you explain? Use this when you don't fully understand something in a technical document or a tech description. You can say, could you explain how this feature works? Or could you explain what this arrow means? And if you want to sound even more natural, just add a little more at the end. Yeah, repeat it. Repeat it. Could you explain this requirement? Could you explain how this feature works? Could you explain what this arrow means? Could you explain this part again? Chunk 3. What do you mean by? In tech, people love using slangs, abbreviations, or specific word terms like shins or hot fix. When you hear a term you aren't familiar with, don't just guess. Act. Say, what do you mean by shins? What do you mean by these requirements? It keeps everything crystal clear. Chunk 4. Next up. What should I? When you receive a brand new tag and feel a bit lost about your royalties, this chunk is your best friend. Follow the first step. What should I plus a word? For instance, what should I test first? Or what should I do next? This is especially helpful when dealing with unfamiliar workloads. What should I test first? What should I do next? What should I check? What should I verify? How do I? Chapter number 5 runs hand in hand with the previous one. How do I? Well, what should I focus on? What action to take? How do I focus on the method? As a QA engineer, you will use this all the time. For example, how do I review these issues? Or how do I assess the test environment? Yeah, example. How do I conduct tests? How do I assess the test environment? How do I update the configuration? Junk 6. Let's look at junk number 6. Do you know? Instead of asking direct, approved questions, graph your question inside do you know to offer the tone. You can ask, do you know where I can find a loss? Do you know who owns this tag? Do you know when the new build is ready? Do you know if this feature is testable? Junk 7. It is possible to use this when you want to check whether something can be done, or when proposing an alternative idea to developers, managers, or other team. For example, it is possible to test this on another device. It is possible to move this stack to the next week. Yeah. Example is it's possible to reduce to issue. The issues is possible to test on another device. It is possible to get access to staging. It is possible to move this to next ring. Okay, next. Chunk 8. Can I? Example. You use this when asking for permission or confirming whether an action is okay. Example in loop. Can I close this ticket? Or can I update the test screen? And if you want a rate icebreaker before asking a detailed question, use can I check something with you? Can I test this bill? Can I use this test environment? Can I close the ticket? Can I update the test case? Chunk 9. Could you clarify? Now let's talk about chunk number 9, which is a lifesaver for QA engineer. Could you clarify? Let's be honest. Sometimes requirements are right looking like they were written during a total power outage when teams are ambiguous use. Could you clarify the expected behavior, or could you clarify what the expected result is? Chunk 10. Just to clarify. And the final chunk number 10. Just to clarify. Use this when you want to confirm that you understand something correctly before taking action. Say, just to clarify, should we test on Windows? Just to clarify, is this expected behavior? Just to clarify, do we test both cases? Build question, better question. Let's review how we can operate our communications. Instead of starting single real word like what or how, operate to a phone junk. Instead of I don't understand, say could you clarify this requirement? Remember the key idea. Never be afraid to ask questions. Clear communication is the key to quality software. Yes. Real QA comparison and clear requirement. Let's see how this works in a real world scenario. Image a requirement is unclear. A QA engineer says, I have a question about this requirement. Sure, what's your question? Could you clarify the expected behavior? The file should be removed after string completed. Just to clarify, should it be removed immediately? Yes, that's correct. Smooth, clear, and professional, right? Got it. It's for clarify. Global team asking for help. Hi, could I ask you a quick question? Sure, go ahead. Do you know where I can find the latest build? It's available in TeamCity. And how do I set the test environment? I'll select you to the details right now. Your turn, Ratchet Jung. I imagine you're working on a new QA task right now. Try complete this pattern. Could you? What should I? How do I? Let's do a quick review of our 10 chunk. Could you explain? What do you mean by? What should I? How do I? Do you know? Is it possible to? Can I? Could you clarify? Just to clarify. Okay, final speaking challenge. Add 5 questions in English. Final message. You don't need perfect English to ask a real question. Learn to chunk, change the word, ask the question. Okay, to wrap up things of here's in your final challenges. I miss you are starting a new QA task today. Try to ask 5 questions covering the requirement, the test environment, the expected result, and the latest build, and your next step. Get your final message in your mind. You don't need perfect English to ask a rude question. Just learn to jump, change the words, ask the question. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.